Hi, I'm Collin Sanderson, and I'm originally from Irvine, California, in Orange County. And college brought me to Chicago, where I was there for about 8 years. And now I'm on the opposite coast, and I am in New York City, and I've been here for almost 2 years now. The reason why I want to become a nutritional therapy practitioner goes back to when I was about 13 years old. Growing up, in California, my mom was my idol, and she still is to this day. She's the healthiest, fittest person that I know. Growing up, she would make us, I have a twin brother, and she would make the both of us our own birthday cakes from scratch, making them the healthiest they could be, lowering the sugar intake, and using substitutes like applesauce and whatnot. And she would make amazing vegetable dishes and was really passionate about feeding her kids the proper nutrition. And when I was 13 years old, we were on vacation in Colorado, and for whatever reason, I just made the mental decision to eat healthier. I was like, I want to eat healthy like my mom. So I ordered a plate of ratatouille off the adult menu. And my parents were shocked that I wasn't ordering off the kids' menu, and that was when my journey started. I was very aware of what I was putting into my body, ate tons of salads, lots of vegetables, ended up being interested in vegetarianism, so I went vegetarian in high school, but unfortunately lost a lot of weight and got to the point where I was borderline anorexic, which was a little scary, and I honestly didn't know, and I just had no idea. And then in high school, towards senior year, I was about 17 years old. I was dealing with a lot of GI issues, nausea, intestinal cramps, bloating, you name it, I had it. And it was a little scary. And I saw several different doctors, and none of them could really understand what was going on. Everything looked fine from the tests. I took several blood tests for intolerances, all came out negative. One doctor, my GI doctor, he said, you probably have IBS, which is hereditary in my family. And I was like, great. But my mom suggested I go off gluten. Even though the test came out negative, just go off it and see what happens for a month. So I was like, okay, so I did. And 95%, I make this number up, but the majority of my symptoms were gone after a month. I felt so much better. Nausea was gone, intestinal cramps gone. I felt liberated. And that was also on my journey to gaining like all the weight that I lost. And I did that all on a vegan diet. I ended up going vegetarian vegan because I was focused on easily digestible foods and seeing what was working for my body, and a plant-based diet seemed the right path for me, and I've been vegan for about 9 years. And I think because I kind of figured out what was right for me on a bio-individual approach, that's why I love the NTA program, because they're all about bio-individuality. There was a time in 2015 when all these diets were coming out, like keto, paleo, and I was getting really confused. So I ended up stopping my kind of nutrition research. I was researching all the time, and I ended up stopping because I was getting confused. There was a lot of conflicting information out there. So I'm really excited to invest in myself. As a performer, I give back a lot through storytelling, and I give so much of myself through my art that I'm really excited to give something to myself and start learning about nutrition again. And there's probably so much that I don't know and because I just stopped researching, and I'm excited to learn. I'm excited to get a client and write down their symptoms and immediately recall that, oh, they're dealing with this symptom, let's try this, this, and this, let's take out this food, let's add in this supplement, and be able to do that off the top of my hat. that's what I think I'm most excited for, is to just be a sponge and consume all the knowledge and then be able to quickly help people. I'm so passionate about giving to others. Whenever I'm advising people, whether it's a friend, a colleague, or mentoring someone in some way, I leave feeling so fulfilled, so fired up, and really joyful. And that's why with this certificate at the end of this program, I want to create my own business helping performers, whether they're an actor, dancer, singer, musician, circus performer, you name it. I want to be able to help them pursue this career with energy, with joy, and smartly, in terms of fueling your body for an 8+ show week, being able to recover it, and then do it again for an entire year. I think that that's the gap that I want to bridge in terms of the knowledge that's not taught in college programs that teach musical theater and teach acting. No one talks about nutrition. No one talks about how to strengthen your body as a dancer for an actor who is also a singer and a dancer, or how to strengthen your body just as a stage actor or a film actor, because you're still moving your body and being physical. Anyway, that's a tangent, but I want to help bridge that gap and help my fellow artists thrive and continue thriving and being able to feel like they can do this career through their 60s and 70s, So that's my goal, and I'm so excited to be here. I'm so honored to work with every single one of you and learn from you, and we'll see where the next 10 months leads us, but I'm excited. See you in class.